So after Kevin completes step 5, he'll then give control over to me um, to do data visualization. This is stored on my laptop. I'm doing a laptop edition. So Kevin and I will, I'll need to become a presenter. At that point, I'm going to kind of do 3 things. I think one, give an overview of data visualization. Second, go and navigate some of the pre-built content we already have. And then third, I guess, build a visualization based on some information we've already gleaned from the pre-built content, and then build a story on top of that and put some comments. So first thing I'm going to do is just kind of give an overview and try to be able to relate this back to points that they made within their RFI and RFP. The first thing being that data visualization is business intelligence, and it gives them the ability to gain insight faster, to be able to gain insight from their data, to be able to empower everyone in the organization to be able to perform business intelligence, to be able to perform analysis, to be able to look at the data as it currently is, to be able to create forecasts and predictive analysis around that. Without having to go to IT and be able to create complicated, long projects to be able to get the data and the analysis you need. Kind of 3 kind of key parts to this data visualization that really enables this flexibility. One is being able to do self-service data discovery. So the ability to attach to data loading, to attach to multiple different data sources, whether it be something like an Oracle database, a cloud database, text, spreadsheets, really any data source, to be able to attach to that data source, to be able to load that data source, to be able to look at it, look at the data, and do some preparation on it. So I want to be able to maybe take that data and get it fit to use, and that could be updating values, combining rows, consolidating things, correcting issues with the data itself, and really making that data fit for use. In addition, it gives you the ability to do kind of mashups where you can, click, point, and click and be able to create relationships in your data, and also be able to do calculations. So if I have my data and maybe I want to be able to extend that analysis and be able to create additional objects and calculations, forecasts, and those type of things, or statistical analysis. If I want to be able to do R-type programming, I can do all of that. And then the ability to visualize, ultimately to be able to go through and create objects, to be able to create graphics, to be able to do this in a drop and drag type environment. Very easy for an end user. And then ultimately be able to do stories. So to take snapshots of that data, add commentary, and then come up with a narrative and be able to communicate it. Within this dashboard, you can see, I'll go ahead and hide some of these elements. We thought we would start here in terms of looking at the range. And Kevin will have to give us a lot of at this point, maybe I navigate, but Kevin's got the functional knowledge, so maybe he can talk at this point. And what we'll talk about is we've got some points here and points here that kind of stick out. So at this point, we've identified some potential issues. We now want to be able to, maybe drill down into those. We could drill into them or actually go to another canvas and get more information on them. So here maybe I have all of my readings, but maybe I just want to be able to figure out, which of those are an issue. So I'm going to sort here, based on my TIT. Again, this maybe it's best for Kevin, if I navigate, Kevin talks. And here's some readings that we have that are high. And, note we've identified these. Now, there's some other readings that are close. We have these in yellow, or these in red. We could also make these in yellow. And then some additional graphics associated with it. Kevin really have to kind of supply the story here. And what we'd like to do is focus on these, maybe use some of these particular to help facilitate that story. And then say, oh, by the way, I want to be able to maybe learn some additional facts about this and do some additional analysis lower level. Maybe I can create another report. What I was thinking was, maybe we can take some of this other data that we have, loaded up in here and be able to maybe, put this data in and create something. It doesn't have to be that great, just something that would be, look, I've done this analysis, I found something, now I'm going to create something to give me additional information. So we're showing, again, how the graphics are, you can interact with them, but also then going and showing how easy it is to create something from scratch that will give you within the context of that story. And then go into narrate. And narrate, what I'll do is I'll take these objects that we've had, previously, these canvases, and then drag those in. And then, again, this will be something Kevin maybe can give us some wording, to be able to, these particular comments I can jump on. I can just drop these into to the narrate and then put comments associated with those, really any comments we want. And now what we've done is, we've looked, we've had our dashboard, we went in, it highlighted some issues for us, we did some additional analysis, and now we've got to the point where we're going to take a snapshot of our analysis and be able to share it out as a story.